YouTube, it's Annabelle. So I wanted to talk about something that is irritating. It is criticism from other mothers, other people, family members, all of that kind of stuff is just so irritating. We just got done with one of our family Christmases, and one of my cousins was there, who is the most recent one of us to have a baby, and her baby is 7 months old, and I could not believe how much she was criticized in a matter of hours. And it was by other cousins, my aunts. It was ridiculous. One of the things that we've kind of started doing or whatever is all the women get together and chat and everything. Well, my cousin lives out of state and doesn't make it back for family functions and things like that very often. So she was back today for our Christmas. And so she brought her baby, of course. And so while all of us women were talking and everything, her birth story, kind of got brought up and was talked about and things like that. And she was talking about how she had an epidural. And one of my aunts, stood up and was just like, "You are such a weenie." I'm like, oh my gosh, how could she say that? You are such a weenie. And I was absolutely floored. I was like, oh my gosh. So anyways, I was just like, well, I had an epidural. And just to help her feel better about her decision. But when other people criticize everything that you do, it makes you feel like you're a horrible mother. And my cousin also, her baby drank 6 ounces of milk, and one of my other cousins told her that babies shouldn't drink more than 4 ounces of milk at a time. Where do you get this stuff? I'm just like, oh my gosh, her baby ate. Her baby did not spit up. Her baby wasn't fussy, drank 6 ounces and was completely content. And somebody had to go and say that she gave her 2 more ounces than what babies should have. And I was like, oh my gosh. I felt so unbelievably bad for her. And then to top it off, she was trying to put down her baby for a nap. And so one of my cousins decided that it was taking too long. So she went in there and grabbed the baby from her mother and was insistent that she could get her baby to fall asleep. Who does that? Okay, my cousin, who is the mother of this baby, lives out of state. She does this every day all by herself for the last 7 months. It's not like her baby's a newborn. It's not like she asked for any advice or asked for help. But people are just injecting their opinion into what she does. And it was everything. People were talking behind her back. I was just absolutely horrified for her. And I guess I've gotten criticism from family. I've gotten criticism from really close friends. I've gotten criticism from people who don't have children. And it makes you feel awful. I've been criticized for just about every single thing that I have done as a mother. I got criticized for using cloth diapers because we all know those don't work. I've gotten criticized for making my own baby food. That's too much work. And that's why you don't have any time. And I've gotten criticized for putting my daughter in timeout. I've gotten criticized for my daughter being potty trained before she's 2. All the things that have benefited our family and have been the way that we have done things, I've gotten criticized for it in some form or another. Somebody always knows how to raise your kid better than you do and knows your child better than you do. And it's just ridiculous. Oh. But yes, so anyways, I have been the victim of criticism, so I know how it feels. And to see it happen to somebody else, like, it was just heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. And it was everything she did. She didn't feed her baby right. She didn't lay her baby down for a nap right. She didn't do anything right. And it was like, oh my gosh, she's had this baby for 7 months. She knows her baby better than anybody else does. But yet, and the thing to make it worse is that it's family. It's not even friends, not even people that she doesn't know. It's family who you're supposed to get the best advice from and who are supposed to keep their mouths shut if they don't have anything nice to say. You know, all of the general, like, rule things that most people follow. But yes, so anyways, so it was absolutely heartbreaking, and that is the only way to put it. But yeah, so anyways, if you've been the victim of criticism or anything like that, please share, because it was absolutely horrible, and I felt so bad for her.